he had never known, one that followed him home and sat quietly beside him at night. When direct confirmation finally came, it arrived without drama. No alarms, no public confrontation, just a matter-of-fact explanation from someone who understood the larger picture. The house was under investigation. The occupants were not what they claimed to be. What he had noticed, beginning with that single misplaced detail, had contributed to something far larger than he could have imagined. A network existed where he had seen only a quiet residence. Messages had been sent and received. Information had flowed beneath the surface of ordinary life. Relief came with its own complications. He was told to step back, to return to invisibility while professionals completed their work. For the first time in weeks, he was no longer responsible for watching, remembering, reporting. And yet, detachment was not as easy as it sounded. Once a person understands that history can pass through their daily routine, ignorance becomes a choice rather than a default state. When the arrests eventually occurred, they were swift and controlled. The house was emptied of secrets, its role in the larger conflict quietly erased from public view. Newspapers reported the outcome in neutral language, stripped of human texture. There was no mention of delivery routes or unnoticed details. The story, as far as the world was concerned, had solved itself. Life returned to its familiar shape. Early mornings, cold bottles, familiar streets. But familiarity no longer meant simplicity. He knew now that ordinary environments could serve extraordinary purposes, and that vigilance did not always announce itself with urgency or fear. Sometimes it appeared as professionalism taken seriously, as attention sharpened by experience rather than suspicion. Years passed. The Cold War continued its long, tense arc through history. Alliances shifted, walls rose and fell, and the world slowly transformed. He grew older, his work eventually taking its toll on his body. When he retired, there were no ceremonies, no acknowledgments beyond polite farewells. He left his job the same way he had performed it, quietly, reliably, without spectacle. In later years, as he watched younger generations